An active police presence, as you can see, at the Parks Mall at Arlington. This is after reports of shots fired. You are looking live right now from CBS 11 Chopper over the scene. You can see, we counted earlier, dozens of police cars. We've got team coverage for you tonight. Crews have been on the scene since the news first broke just before 8 o'clock tonight. Amelia McGavero has been speaking with witnesses, and we'll get to that in just a moment. But I want to start with Olivia Leach. Olivia, tell us what we know right now.
That's right, Nicole. As you mentioned, there was a huge police presence when we got here on scene. As you can see behind me, there still is a large police presence here. We don't know a lot about what exactly happened here at the Parks Mall, but here's what we do know. Arlington police say they're investigating a reported shooting that happened inside the Parks Mall in a corridor near the ice skating rink. Now, police say they don't know what exactly happened, what led up to a possible shooting, but they say it all started likely as a fight. Police say the entire mall was evacuated tonight. Police have conducted an initial sweep of the mall and are doing another sweep to make sure it's completely secure. Police say they believe this was an isolated incident that started as a fight and that it was not an active shooter situation. We now know 2 people were taken to an area hospital, but we don't know yet their conditions. But we have obtained this cell phone video showing an ambulance taking someone away from the scene. We spoke with one 13-year-old girl who was hanging out with friends here at the mall when she heard a bang and ran into a store for safety. Her parents rushed to the mall to make sure she was okay.
Well, I was with my friends and we were waiting for our drinks, and all of a sudden we hear this bang. We thought it was like a hockey stick maybe breaking, and we ran to the nearest store. I grabbed my friends, we ran, and we went to Miss A, and they took all the customers as much as they could, and they took us to the back, the storage room. And we sat there in the dark with our phones off. So many possibilities, like so many what ifs in that situation. It was crazy.
You can't imagine the feeling of you're powerless. You can't do nothing about it, and it's like they can't even get you close to them or anything. And we just had to do just ask the Lord to bless us and bless my daughter.
Now, I just spoke with Arlington Mayor Jim Ross in the last hour. He told us there was not a lot he could share about this, of course, because it's an active investigation and police will be distributing more details in the hour ahead. But he said, of course, in situations like this, he's very concerned, and his #1 priority, of course, is everyone's safety. Nicole?
Yeah, we echo those same sentiments. I mean, sheer panic goes through your body when you hear about shots fired at a mall. And to that point, I want to get to Amelia McGavero. Olivia, thank you. Amelia, we know you're also near the scene tonight. I know you spoke with witnesses. Walk us through what they shared with you.
Yeah, Nicole, I'm on the east side of the mall right now, and you can see behind me there is still a police presence here. But just to paint you a picture of what we saw a few hours ago when we got to the scene here around 8 p.m., this whole parking lot was full of people evacuating, either driving out of the parking lot after evacuating the mall, walking around. There was probably twice as many emergency crews, and we even saw a group of teenagers calling their parents to pick them up. So that just paints you a picture of the chaos that was around here, around this mall. And we actually, like you said, Nicole, talked to a witness who says he saw the whole thing unfold right in front of him. So after speaking to that witness, he tells us he was working at a nearby store when he saw 3 men come off an escalator and attack another man. That witness says the men were fist fighting in the middle of the mall, and then one of the attackers took out a gun and fired 1 shot into the air. The witness says after that, the attackers and the victim ran off, and everyone inside the mall then started running out of the mall in sheer panic.
I was kind of terrified, so I stood in place. I couldn't move. But he was tragic. He started running off. The moment he shot off, he just ran. I feel like it was more like a warning shot, like he didn't know what he was doing. Nah, the moment he shot, they all ran off. Everybody ran off. Every single person ran off. It's pretty empty. It's like the mall closed down for a second. I was seated down, looking exactly at them. I was right in front of it, probably 7 feet away from me.
And that witness also tells me he thinks that the attackers knew the victim, or that's what it appeared to be like. And I just want to be clear that police have not confirmed any of this. This is all what the witness told me. So police tell us that they are looking to speak to us hopefully here in the next half an hour or so. So hopefully we can get all that information confirmed by them. But like Olivia mentioned earlier, police believe that this was an isolated incident and not a mass shooting. Thank goodness.
And Amelia, what that witness shared with us absolutely tracks with what Arlington police have shared in the last hour, that incident happened isolated near the ice rink and 2 people were injured. So we appreciate you being our eyes and ears on the ground. Olivia Leach and Amelia Magavro, thank you so much. You might have heard Olivia talking about the mall being evacuated. You're seeing video from inside the Parks Mall at Arlington. It's an empty food court. The mall had to be completely swept clear just to make sure there were no other shooters, nobody else was injured, and they did that very swiftly.